It's finally here. And after years of hype, setbacks, and anticipation, UFC 319 has finally arrived, and with it comes the moment that we've all been waiting for. The crowning of Khamzat Borz Chimaev. And you see, from the second he stormed onto Fight Island in 2020 and mauled John Phillips, it was clear that this wasn't just another fighter. This was destiny in motion. But what was supposed to take 2 years has taken 5. Illness, weight issues, and visa problems have all tried to slow him down. Yet, here we are. It's fight week, and the prophecy is about to be fulfilled. Because Khamzat Chimaev is stepping into that cage tonight to take what's been his all along. And I'm talking about that middleweight throne. But if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share so you can help me reach 3,000 subscribers by May. I'll deeply appreciate you. And make sure you join the official UFC Discord, link in the description. Alright, so look, with UFC 319 right around the corner, the prophecy of Khamzat Borz Chimaev standing tall as the undisputed middleweight champion of the world is finally about to become reality. And all I can say is, what took so long? I mean, from the moment Khamzat Borz Chimaev stepped foot into a UFC Octagon back in July of 2020 on Fight Island against John Phillips, it was obvious to anyone with eyeballs that this guy wasn't just another newcomer trying to make a name for himself. He was destined for greatness. I mean, that debut wasn't just dominant. It was a statement. And, just the way in which he mauled John Phillips, absorbing just one single strike in that entire fight, just told us everything we needed to know about the levels that this man operates on. And then, just 10 days later, a UFC record-breaking turnaround. He came back and smashed his next opponent like nothing had even happened. Who does that in modern mixed martial arts? Only someone special. From his fighting style to his antics outside of the octagon to his raw charisma as well as energy that just radiates from every time he's on screen, Khamzat Chimaev had that it factor from day one. And, even Uncle Chael himself, a master at reading star potential, ranked Khamzat Chimaev as one of the top 3 media darlings in mixed martial arts history. Right behind, obviously, the notorious Conor McGregor, as well as the pioneer of women's mixed martial arts, Rowdy Ronda Rousey. That's elite company, and, the eye test has never lied. Khamzat Chimaev looked, sounded, and fought like a future champion in the making. Back then, the consensus was simple. This man would be holding gold within 2 years of joining the big stage. But then, tragedy struck. And, not the kind that ruins a career, but the kind that sorta slows the march of destiny. Illnesses plagued him, weight cut issues stalled his momentum, and visa issues kept him grounded when he should have been taking over the world. That clear path to the title, that 2-year plan, stretched into 5. And for a while, it kind of felt like the sport was missing something without him constantly in the spotlight. But now, here we are. It's fight week, the delays are over, and the moment that we've all been waiting for is finally at our doorsteps. The destined king, whether it was going to be at welterweight or middleweight, will finally be taking his rightful throne. And all that's left to do now is sit back, relax, and welcome in the Borz Era with open arms. And yes, I'm not just confident, I'm certain that this is the day that Khamzat Chimaev shows the world exactly why he's been hyped up for so long. This is the week he reminds everyone that there are levels to mixed martial arts and not just everyone can reach the one that he's on. His opponent, Dricus du Plessis, is a talented fighter. He's tough, he's powerful, and awkward in all the right ways, but he's not in the same league as Khamzat Chimaev. He's simply not built to handle what's impending for his future. And I can already hear the critics, the Dricus fans, the South Africans, who will sit there and call this fight a quote-unquote closer than what people think type of 50-50 matchup. But the truth is, Khamzat Chimaev is a problem unlike anyone Dricus has faced up until this point, ever. The wrestling pressure, the relentless pace, and the suffocating control. It's a style that breaks fighters, and when you pair that with Khamzat's striking power and killer instinct, it's not just a bad matchup for Dricus du Plessis, it's a complete and utter nightmare. Every time Khamzat Chimaev fights, he doesn't just win, he dominates. And there's a difference. Because winning means you did just enough in order to edge it out. Dominating means you controlled every single second of that fight, made your opponent question why they even signed the contract, and left them with absolutely zero answers. That's the type of performance Khamzat delivers. It's not just by squeaking by, it's about total domination as well as destruction. And that's exactly what I expect to happen tonight. I'm predicting a first-round submission finish from Khamzat Borz Chimaev. I see Khamzat closing the distance, dragging Dricus du Plessis to the mat, and making him feel the kind of pressure that you just can't even train for. Dricus, will try to scramble, maybe even land a shot or two, but once Khamzat Chimaev gets his hands locked, it's over. The choke comes fast, and the tap comes even faster, and the belt goes home to the man that we've been waiting to see wear it for 5 long years. The prophecy has taken its time, but that's the thing about destiny. It ain't ever in a rush, and it arrives when it's meant to. And now, finally, the moment has come, and tonight the world will watch as Khamzat Borz Chimaev plants his flag in the middleweight division and begins his reign. Because the Borz Era has finally arrived. But that's all I've got to say for this video. Let me know in the comment section below. What are your guys' thoughts on Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis, the main event for UFC 319? Who do you guys have in coming out as winner? Khamzat Chimaev or Dricus du Plessis? Let me know in the comment section below. But that about wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Ciao.